Hey guys, the chicken is here. We're back to another home gym video. In today's video, guys, I want to talk to you a little bit about just a general kind of home gym update. I like doing these videos to kind of take you through the process of how things go with the home gym. If you guys have your own, you understand, or if you are looking at getting into it, then you can kind of live through the chicken and make these decisions with me too. So, what we're talking about today is the next purchase for the Chicken's home gym, guys. Very excited. I have just ordered a leg extension curl machine, and it's plate loaded. So let's talk a little bit just about why I think it's a good, obviously all this stuff kind of depends on your preference. If you go back and watch the last video, we talked about the stuff that you need, like the home gym essentials that you have to have basically to start working out at home. So I'm at the point now with my gym where I'm kind of getting stuff that I like, or things that I, find through doing my workouts that, are difficult to do, or things that just make stuff easier. So this was kind of a toss-up. So I was looking at either getting something to isolate the lower body a little bit better, or an adjustable bench to help with mainly doing dumbbell presses. I felt like that was kind of one-dimensional since I have like a flat bench already. The biggest thing with the bench, even though that's not what we ended up getting, is the one thing I don't like about this setup is to do dumbbell presses, I have to physically remove the bench, and it's just kind of a pain in the ass to move the bench around all the time. So I'd like to get one standalone bench just for doing dumbbells with, and put like put them on like a nice rack beside it at some point. Right now, it works for now, but it's not, how I want it ideally set up. So I opted for the leg extension and hamstring curl. And I want to give a shout out to my buddy Steve. He actually has this piece of equipment, so that was helped me make the buying decision a little bit easier, because there's only like 2 videos I saw, like review videos on YouTube of people actually using this. So why I decided to get it. So I found that definitely like hamstring isolation, or just kind of like leg isolation work, is tricky in a home gym. I do have the belt squat, and I talk about that a lot. The thing with a belt squat and with a barbell, anything that you're doing for quads essentially is loading like your hips, and is loading your hips. The belt squat's not going to load your spine. But I wanted something that was like just purely for legs, that wasn't like a light band, because that's kind of what I was doing before, is I would do like banded hamstring curls or things like that. And I'm starting to have like, I've had some like, what I feel is like muscular imbalance problems. And I think that if I can bring up the hamstrings a little bit, I think that'll help. That aside, I think it's just, it's going to be nice to be able to, do those types of workouts, or at least get some blood flowing, whether there's like back and forth on whether you should use like leg extensions for a warm-up or a finisher or main movement or whatever. I think they're fine. I don't think there's a problem with it. It's the same as any other exercise. If you do it stupidly, yeah, you'll get hurt. If you do it properly within a well-structured program, there's going to be benefit to it. So the leg extensions will be nice, but it was mostly for the hamstring curls. I was finding that was a really difficult muscle to target without, taxing all of the other stuff that I'm already doing and all of the other movements anyways. Like good mornings, for example, was, that's kind of a hamstring movement too, but it's more glutes, and it's more, again, back, hips, and that kind of thing. So I think this will really help me. And again, this type of stuff, like the smaller equipment pieces, it's got to make sense for you, right? It's not just, a one and done kind of thing for everybody. Now, in terms of where I'm going to put it, I don't think it'll take up that much floor space, but my plan is, I'll turn you guys around here. My plan is to put it, I've got this kind of open space here where I don't really have anything in front of the belt squat. So I figured I'd put it there, then I can do, all the leg stuff in one area. And whenever I do get the adjustable bench, I'm going to put it kind of in front of that bench, I think. Subject to change. I'm not sure exactly. And that's, a ways away. I don't need that anytime soon, but yeah, so that's the plan for right now. Now, in terms of a little home gym update. Now, what I want to do next, I think, is, the problem is I didn't realize when I initially had painted the walls and stuff, that how much the water or how much the moisture that gets in the walls, especially in the spring, really just strips the paint right off. So I don't know. I don't know if there's something else I can do for that. Like I definitely don't want to put drywall up or anything, because that would just get destroyed. But maybe repaint those and I definitely want to repaint the floor. And I think what I'd like to do at this point, I was thinking about before doing a drywall ceiling, but I think it's just gonna, you're gonna hit your head on it, someone's gonna put their arm through it. Like, it just doesn't make sense for how short the ceiling is. So I think what I'm gonna do instead is just spray paint it all black. I think that's the best way to go about, what I've got to work with in this space. So those are kind of the things that I'm thinking of for right now. Nothing major, nothing huge, still keep the same basic layout and floor plan and everything. Aside from that, everything's going pretty well. It's, it does get very dirty down here, so maybe a shop vac actually would be a good idea. That might be a good investment, chicken, just kind of going off the top here. But yeah, so I'm super excited about this is an Iron AX, I think is what the company is. I got it from Treadmill Factory, which is a Canadian company just out of, I believe their warehouses in Toronto. The shipping was wild. Oh my God, it was like $150 just for the shipping. So I don't know what happened there, but the piece itself, it was on sale, or so it said. It was, I think regular was like $7.99. It was on for $6.99, but then after taxes and shipping, it's close to, it was pretty much $1,000. It was like $9.56, something like that. But I think it'll help, and it's the first piece of equipment that I've got in a while, so I'm definitely excited. Since the dumbbells, that was kind of a big purchase for, the cost of them for 2022, 2023, and kind of beyond. But yeah, so that's what that's what we got coming in next. And you guys let me know in the comments, what is your next purchase be in your home gym, or what are you looking at? There's always like new stuff coming out. I always see these really cool. The one thing that sucks about having the limited ceiling space again, and having a shorter rack, there's so many cool rack attachments coming out now. Like, I was looking at, I think Bells of Steel has like an add-on one where you can do like cable flies and that kind of thing. That is something that I do need to look at too. The way I was thinking of doing it before was getting a single stack cable tower, and I still want to do that, but I think I don't want it to be plate loaded. That's the one thing about the leg machine that I got, is it is plate loaded, which is kind of annoying because I don't like, switching plates around all the time. But to get a selectorized, super specific piece of equipment like a leg extension curl machine, I feel like that didn't make any sense either, because that brings the cost up like another $1,000. So for the sake of that, I'd rather get something quality that I know is going to work and is comfortable to use and that kind of stuff. And if it is plate loaded, then so be it. But yeah, so those are just some of the thoughts that I had going into my home gym space at the moment, and what went into that last purchase. So you guys let me know what you think down below in the comments. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you want to stay up to date on everything that is home gyms, make sure you subscribe to the channel. We'll catch you next one, guys. Chicken out.